Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley.
Get him off big, Freddy. Get him off big.
Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. Don't touch nothing over there. Damn it, what is that noise? I'm Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host. He's the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion and best friend, Josh Riley. Hey, Josh.
Well, goddamn it, Richard Lee, there's one thing that I hate doing. That's repeating my goddamn self. That pisses me off worse than any goddamn thing. Well, most things. Either way, for the second goddamn time.
Jesus.
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. We had a 10-minute show. Fuck it. We had a 10-minute
Get to the meat of the matter.
We had a 10-minute show that we had done. And well, we were 10 minutes in. That wasn't the...
Yeah, we had one 10-minute show. Did you hear it?
And then all of a sudden, we were talking about, Randy Travis is digging up bones. And then the Lord got us. Then the Lord got us.
See what happened?
Then the Lord got us, The power went out for whatever reason.
Power outage and...
It didn't just go out. Like, it went off, it came back on, went off, came back.
Like
somebody was
10 times.
jiggling like a loose wire.
Like there was a squirrel just flapping on the wire. He had ate into it a little bit, but then he connected it again.
My iPad stayed on because of the battery. And I'm like, well, it can't be the power of my iPad's on. I was like, oh, no, I'm dumb. This is the battery. But we were talking about Mel Tillis. We were talking about Randy Travis.
We had a goddamn Mel Tillis song pulled up and everything.
Yeah. We can still talk about it. I heard the song the other day, Josh. Randy
Travis how it is when you
is...
try to recreate, shit that just happened organically. Right. And it sounds robotic. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
It's like the, like when
it's almost like we had all this written down.
It's kind of like
just
that.
Reading.
You remember Bob and Tom, the radio show that they were talking about? It's like they'd have Bob and Tom on, and they're like, "Hey man, how's your Uncle Fester doing this week?" Uncle Fester, he's just, they go into a bit. It'd be like for me, it'd be like, hey, you'd be like, "Hey Richard, you had any problems with a dog dick recently?" Well, let me tell you, we have this
dog
problem.
Dicks, huh? Let me tell you about my dog dick problem.
Yeah. I was like, that's very specific.
My dog has a dick that's at least 13 inches long.
Yeah. That sounds like something I should do on the stage. Any of y'all ever have a dog dick problem?
Yeah, that'll really reel them in. Yeah. It'll get their attention, if anything.
Let's see where this goes.
Let me start recording this.
Yeah.
They think they're going to be a part of the next viral movement.
Right. No, we were...
Tennessee man praises dog dicks on stage.
I sent Gene a message last week or something about along the lines of, I'm the dog dick person now.
You got your, people that, have jokes associated with them. The big ones, Bert Kreischer, the machine joke, that'll always be attached to him.
Yeah.
You're going to be the dog dick guy. And I'm fine with that. Hey, at least you know.
Puts food on the table. My dog's dick puts food on the table. I'm good with that. What was it he said? He said something along the lines of, it sounded like a great stand-up special. I said I'm thinking about trying a new bit Friday. I was like, if it misses, it's going to be a dog dick Saturday. This is before I took the advice of maybe just telling one or two jokes. And he's like, Dog Dick Saturday can be the name of your special someday. I was like, it does sound like an old Southern rock song, doesn't it?
Dog Dick Saturday by Molly Hatchet.
Yeah. It's a Dog Dick Saturday. Oh, man.
Have a sweet-ass guitar solo in the middle of it.
But I was listening to this, to the radio the other day, and
God, here we go.
Randy Travis's "I'm Digging Up Bones" came on. It was a good song, you know it.
Yeah, it's a damn fine song.
Feel like
I feel like Bach should have wrote it. Beethoven.
I told you before when we were on the last recording.
Yeah,
that
I remember.
I used to always laugh at this like it's genuinely the first time you've heard it. Okay. I used to the digging up bones part. There's this part in the song that's like, I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Tonight I'm sitting alone. And I'd always say, playing with my bone. That don't seem genuine. That don't seem genuine.
What? Are you kidding?
And then you said something about Mel Tillis.
I said, yeah, I like Mel Tillis's version better. And I was like,
I bet you he's dead.
How much you want to bet? Do you want to make a bet?
You don't make a suck your dick bet on it.
I bet he died November 19th, 2017.
That's very specific. I feel like you either know or you're taking a gamble.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if his tombstone's correct.
Yeah. We pulled up Mel Tillis's because Josh said, well, Mel Tillis did a great version of Digging Up Bones. It was his song, apparently.
I said, that's my favorite version.
And we were about to listen to it before the Lord struck this show down. But as we were sitting there watching, Josh said, does Mel Tillis die? Because I had seen the screen. And Josh goes, I think so. And I was like,
I said, do you want to make a bet on it?
I was like, well, there's his tombstone right there. That's why I was asking.
And then here comes the Lord. Zaps
No.
the
The show was already, we weren't on the.
Was it?
No, this was after.
How did it end, though? It was ended some way of us talking about Mel Tillis and him being dead. Right?
I don't know.
And then it just, ain't no way to prove it now.
No.
The recording's gone.
Yeah, we
lost everything.
We pulled our recording back up, and I hit, let me hear it, basically, like, let me see it. And it was trying to load the 9 other shows that were on here. And all of a sudden it said yes to all or no to all. And I said yes to all. And it should have saved it. And then the program just crapped out and shut down, and I lost everything. It's all gone now. Here's Mel Tillis with Digging Up Bones. It did fix our problem, though.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have the mouse problem that we did. It's like, it reset everything.
It's like the electric shock.
The electric.
The electric shock done reset it.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, this sounds way different.
Last night I took a picture out from my old.
So this is not the version that I like.
What version do you like?
It's from the 1988 version of New Patches. He released New Patches in the early 80s, and then he did that one down there. Keep going. That one.
This one?
That's the New Patches 1980. Yeah. There we go. My granny bought this fucking tape from Mel Tillis's show in Branson.
Yeah. He's really working that intro.
Last night I dug your picture.
Yeah. Sounds exactly the same as
different music.
Placed it on the table and I
jerked to it till 4.
Read some old love letters right up to the break of dawn.
No.
Yeah, tonight I'm sitting at home
playing with my bones,
stroking my bones. Oh, it's not time for that. Hey, just do the chorus.
Put mine on my finger. I gave yours a fling. Across this lonely bedroom of a recent broken home. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone.
Playing with my bones.
Digging up my bones. I'm playing with my bones.
It's raw and I should just leave it alone.
I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Till the night I'm sitting alone.
Playing with my bones.
Polishing my bones.
Alright. There's Mel Tillis. Rest in peace, Mr. Tillis. Rest in peace.
Definitely.
I don't have a fader. I have a make the music sound shitty all of a sudden button. Apparently, when you push all the way down, it's always like you said. It's always some jiggle the handle bullshit. You know?
Speaking of,
What the fuck is going on there? Anyway, speaking of what?
I just had a short little funny deal yesterday with my wife, and I'm not going to name who because,
Your
shouldn't be-
wife?
No,
You
well,
have more than one?
who we're talking about.
Josh is big in polygamy.
We were eating, and I said something about like, rest in peace, so and so, and I said a name. And she said, like my uncle, insert name. And she's like, he's dead. And I was like, no, I'm not talking about him, so-and-so. I said, where do you think Uncle insert name?
God bless. You could have made up names.
Where do you think Uncle Bill? I can't use Bill shit. Where do you think Uncle Brad? Fuck.
You're bad at this.
Where do you think Uncle Rick is right now? She just kind of looks at me, and then I see that look in her eyes like, this is so stupid, but I'll play along. She's like, oh, he's down there. I was like, what? I was like, oh, shit, I did not expect that. I wanted you to say, oh, he's up there with so-and-so, and then I'd be like, are you sure? I wanted to go that route, but she just cut that shit right off. Oh, he's probably down there. I was like, how? Why? He wasn't a good person. I was like, well, fuck.
He loved the Lord, but he loved little boys a little bit more.
Next joke. Yeah. It's like, damn, my wife hitting zingers. Shit. This was at a restaurant, mind you, and we're talking kind of loud.
Right.
So I bet it was a sight.
I bet it was a sight. That would have been funny, though, if she would have went that dark on you. He loved the Lord, but he loved little boys.
He loved little boys more than the Lord.
Lots of victims. Not a lot. Not all of them came forward. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I get up to heaven and he's there, I'm going out the door and going to hell.
I'm gonna file a complaint.
I'll just go on down to hell, and I'll wait till he's down there, and then I'll leave and go up there again. That's bullshit.
Oh man, how did we get here? A power outage.
Feels like the damn Central's not on anymore. I'm sweating like a son of a
We didn't
bitch.
have the air on.
Oh, well, maybe I should just take this jacket off.
That might be jacket
maybe
off,
it's this
Josh.
fleece. What do you
Just
think?
remember, when things get tough or hot, jacket off.
Oh, definitely. Oh, God. Yeah, it's like an oven in here, Richard. Shit.
It doesn't feel that bad. Maybe you're coming down with something.
Maybe that's that fucking, I'm doing my two fingers, flu setting in. What do you think? Didn't you say, though? Didn't
I
you
feel
say,
fine
like,
because I'm in my sweaty period.
you would sweat during the day?
Yes.
And then you'd have the fever at night?
kinda
Well,
cold
fuck,
in here
let
to
me
me.
call in all week tomorrow morning for work. Shit.
Oh, you'll be fine during the day. You'll just be like, why is Josh walking around with a rag on his head? Because he's sweating like Patrick Ewing. That's why.
Oh, God. Fourth quarter.
Just hold Gatorade.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm here for y'all guys.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, I'm here to support. How about you just support our health and not show up?
That's not an option.
I got to work. Can't do this from home. Can't do this shit from home.
We were startled to see earlier.
Were we startled?
Like, we had the ham museum.
Where are the fucking people at now? See, you should have been recording that earlier, dude. There was a fella. It was cowboys in there.
We leave the Ripley's Believe It or Not ham cam up all the time.
Yep.
And we
Was that
see
weird?
it. As I was saying it, it didn't feel right.
It didn't feel normal.
No, it didn't feel right. But we leave it running like, I think we've done it by accident. Like right now, there's this little, like, what'd you say, 11, 12-year-old kid checking out the ham.
And she's like trying
That's
to
a
be
boy.
edgy. Whatever. The little fella's just starting to get into his edgy phase. Like, he's wearing all black.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell, like, he's wanting to be
Puka shell necklace.
that gothic type stuff, but he hasn't went all the way to band shirts and Jinkos and whatnot.
Really big fan of ham.
Yeah. That's Granny probably drug him here. Like, he's not
that's
wanting
what
to
I
be
was
here.
saying. It's Sunday. And this place was packed a minute ago. They had a guy like a Cub Scout uniform.
Well, that's what I was just saying. We had 3 cowboys, like, getting whatever that guy with that old pelt satchel, like it was a guy dressed as a train conductor or some shit, and he had a old fucking pelt satchel around his, like he was wearing a purse or something.
Gather round, children. Let me tell you about old Engine 4.
I've got 3 pieces of this old ham here. I'm going to pass out as samples. Who wants them? And it was the 3 cowboys that showed up.
Guaranteed your teeth can't chew it. So petrified.
Not sure how to digest. It might all come out like a big eraser.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, yeah, ham cam was up. It's freezing now.
Why'd you go away from that?
What, the ham cam?
That Greek.
Oh, we can pull that up. You want to start? Let's go ahead and start doing it.
Start in hot.
Go ahead. This is your story, isn't it?
Oh, you said I'd never bring something like this.
No, this is not the quality of story that I bring to the show.
I'm baffled that you even brought this here. Yeah, I'm baffled that this is the first time we're seeing it because it says it was from July 16th, 2023.
Get these old tabs out of the way.
Let's
We're
start
closing
from the
them
left.
tabs. We're
out
closing
tabs.
them tabs.
Looking
at stuff that we should have looked last
We
May.
already have. Anyhow, a Greek priest was arrested for anointing the genitals of a tourist with the holy oil,
man.
and claims he did it because the man had a rash.
Now, I went to one of those churches where they would anoint you with oil.
Seriously.
They never did that. Yeah.
Let me anoint that hemorrhoid, Mr. Bradley.
We're gonna anoint Richard. He's having problems with acne. It's like, I feel
anoint-
like this ain't gonna help it.
It's actually Tuesday. It's where you put that oil last week. Oh, shit. Oh, me. It's got some big bullet points up here, but I feel like we should just read the article.
The story.
Because it's going to say the same shit.
Okay.
So, a Greek priest. A priest was arrested on the Greek island of Rhodes earlier this week.
Ooh, Dusty Rose.
Greek island of Dusty Rhodes,
We got
baby.
all up those genitals.
Put some of that holy oil on them balls,
Don't get
baby.
rid of that rash, baby.
You
Baby,
bet.
always know that the rash go away with some holy oil.
I'm going to tell you something. You need to stop riding them 10-speed bikes. That's why you got that rash on both sides of your legs, baby. You gotta start walking. You gotta start walking.
You gotta hit it with that boom, tough acting holy oil.
Oh, it was only when he made shirts and started trying to sell it was a problem.
They didn't like step 2, baby. That's where we took the lighter and we lit up that oil. The rash is gone, but so is the skin, baby.
Long as you believe, baby, you ain't gonna get hurt. On Friday, Democracy News reported that a 49-year-old priest from an Orthodox church in Rhodes was arrested after a 30-year-old Estonian tourist filed what?
49. This is some shit you would think 89. You know what I mean? Like old school.
Like he's just
49, just like a couple years older than us.
like, dude, what's going on here?
Have you tried oil on it? All right, sorry, go ahead.
He was arrested after a 30-year-old Estonian tourist filed a complaint alleging he was... I can't read this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he filed a complaint alleging he was molested by... Dude, you're 30. You didn't get molested, nothing shit, man. Dude, he just touched you. Why are you saying it like that?
He said he was molested by the priest who used holy oil to anoint his genitals. I'm wondering at what part that he was just like, all right, I'm going to undo my pants, but where's this going?
On the rash. Why are you asking? Is that a dumb question? Oh,
you can always say, no, thank you, sir.
Yeah, like,
Why
all right, maybe just give me the oil and I'll put it on there. Like, and you say the prayer. How about that?
Or maybe I just pull my pants down and you just shake it at it.
Holy water, that damn
Yeah.
rash. The Hellenic Police, Greece's national police service, and representatives for Rhodes District Court did not immediately respond to insiders' request to respond. Well, I would imagine not. According to the outlet, the tourist said the incident occurred Thursday morning after he returned to the monastery a day prior with his girlfriend to collect a crucifix he had forgotten. Like,
Don't you just hate that when you forget your
anybody
crucifix?
seen a cross in here? Anybody seen my cross? And everybody's holding up one like I have my own.
Yeah.
Upon his return, the tourist said that the priest told him he had a special gift for him in another room, per the outlet. This guy, we'll just read. Once in the room, the tourist, who initially believed the interaction was a routine procedure, said the priest asked him to remove his clothes to anoint him with holy oil.
This is starting to sound like backroom casting couch.
It does. Confused by the situation, the tourist did not ask the priest to stop when he began to...
Wait. They're skipping over the fact that he did take his clothes off.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it sounds weird, but let me do it.
I'm not sure where you're going with this, Father Brennan, but here goes nothing.
I mean, here's the thing. If you go to church tomorrow and Brother Dave asks you to come in the back.
Hey, I'm going to need you to come back here in this baptism hole back here.
Right.
Take your clothes off and get in there for a second. I got something to show you.
I think I'm going to leave.
Yeah. All right, I'm out.
We're going to be visiting some other churches, Brother Dave. Thank you for your time.
Heather, get your kids. We're out of here.
Right.
This guy's a petter
But
ass.
they're passing over the part where he was like, okay, unzip, take off. Here we go.
I think that's why they prefaced it in the beginning as confused by the situation. The tourist did not ask the priest to stop when he began massaging the oil onto his body. Now, look, I thought this was a spot.
Right.
I thought it was a rash that he had, not massage oil.
The priest said, is it cool if I play this Kenny G music in the background?
Hey, Father Brennan, I don't know what's going on here. It's okay, my son. This is anointing oil. Well, why am I on this massage table? First
With the
off,
hole cut out where the pee goes.
that's the milking stage. That's step 2. However,
Don't worry about that.
yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
That's next week. I'm leaving tomorrow. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
That rash looks
Well,
bad. You
you're-
might need to stay here.
You're going to be leaving fully milked. Oh, this show's got to be called Fully Milked. Right?
Yeah. Holy massaging oil or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, however, later that day, wait, this isn't getting into good specifics here. Confused by the situation, the tourist did not ask the priest to stop when he began massaging the oil onto his body. However, later that day, he filed a complaint at the police station on the island, per the outlet. I think what happened here, now, we hadn't read the rest of the article, but I think what happened was him and his girlfriend went back there to get the cross or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's standing out there waiting for him. He goes in. He's like, I'll be right back. I know the pew I was sitting in. I'll be right back with the cross, baby. Don't worry.
Right.
30 minutes later, he comes back out with a drip on his britches. That was, the drip that you could see on the leg there.
Shiny as fuck.
Yeah. He's got the drip.
She's like, why you got the drip and why are you shiny
What took
as
you
hell?
so goddamn long? Why do you smell like that?
Why do you smell like popcorn oil and look disheveled?
The priest, he anointed a rash. Yeah. And she got pissed off that
That is not what you're supposed to do.
and she made him go tell.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. Let's read on. Defending his actions, the priest told the police officers he anointed the tourist because he had a rash, the outlet reported. It added that the case was subsequently handed to a prosecutor's office of the Rhodes District Court for further review and investigation. So I guess that's it. I wonder, did we ever get an update?
Well, that's the greatest thing, Josh, about
We do the stories, and we
do
got
the
immediate
stories-
updates.
We do the stories that are from July of 2023, and we can look up if there's any updates.
Let's do it right here on the air, pal.
On the air, pal. We're live, pal. Isn't that what we said before? Was that on this air?
I don't.
'Cause
On
you were
this
like,
air?
Was that on this one?
I don't know.
Because I can't remember.
July 16th.
Looks like-
They're keeping that tight-lipped. They're suppressing the knowledge. Yeah, there's nothing. Hey, November, go back up.
what?
New protest in Greece over. Oh, that's
That's in Greece.
Huh.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
I think this is a Chinese article.
Yep. Well, there is nothing new on it. Still just
Father
out there.
Dimitri, we're coming for you. Can't be anointing people like that.
What the hell is this?
Gobbler's Knob. That said, a Groundhog Day celebration in Gobbler's Knob.
Yeah, you've never heard of Gobbler's Knob?
I don't guess so. Pennsylvania?
I think so.
It said PA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just scrolling through all these old ass.
Yeah, all these old ass tabs.
2019. God damn.
No, that's not from when this ad was. I brought this to the show, but it's not funny, so we're just gonna go past it. Let's see. What do we have here? What is this one?
It's old.
All right. We talked about this. I
Okay,
think.
get it out.
Family-
You're out of here.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
what's this one? What is this tab?
Business Insider. Looks like we've scrolled through it. No, it was. Yeah, that was the one. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. What's this one? Do you want to do this one?
Just a Tesla man. We may have something better that was sent newer. What do you think?
All right. What about coyotes?
What do we got here?
All right, here we go. Coyote with bucket stuck on his head, rescued by Humane Society.
Huh.
Let's see what this is.
Hey, Brian.
Oh no, not a commercial, Josh. Not a commercial with a dog before a coyote commercial.
A dog named Brian.
Yep. That seems like gimmick infringement right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you know what's funny? There is a new game. Hold on, let's do that real quick. Because I just got a text from somebody. There is a game that is supposed to come out. It's called Ultra Pro Wrestling. And I'm excited about this game, Josh, because
I've got money invested in it. That's why I'm talking about it.
No. It is 100% set up to be just like the old N64 games, where AEW screwed up and made it different. Like, they are doing the whole format just like the No Mercy, NWO versus WCW Revenge. That is what this game is. I want to show you some video from it. Let's see if this one works. This is the announcement. I don't know if that's... But, I mean, you can see some of the same animations are used.
Yeah.
But just new graphics, right? Like, that's pretty cool, right? I was like, oh, that's awesome. You know, they got cage matches. They got all kinds of stuff. So, the reason why I brought this up is because I was like, hey, what does the roster look like? That's what I want to see. Like, do we know anybody? And no, they're all just fake people. Like, you know, Blue Collar Bill Dollar is their main character. I guess he's like their Hulk Hogan Magnum TA type guy.
Yeah.
And then Sir Oliver Buckingham, you know, he's the main heel. Then you've got all these guys. But we're going to get to one here in just a second. I'm going to show you. I like this one. This guy's name's Dewey Jobs.
I like that Cyril. That's pretty...
Which one?
That one. That's pretty cool.
Oh, the one that looks like he's proud.
Kaleidoscope.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, all of them are fake characters except for this one. This one looks a little familiar.
Flash Elliott. Huh. Yeah, face looks very familiar.
He looks like Flash Flanagan.
It does.
His name's Flash Elliott. And he's got like the slick back side haircut like Flash used to have back in the day with the goatee. So I took a screenshot of it and sent it to Flash, and I was like, "Hey, I feel like they might have gotten you on this one." And he just sent back LOL. But dude, is that not Flash?
That has to be.
Has to be. But I didn't see anybody else that was very, 100%. That's got to be a Akea man or Aki man.
Aki.
Yeah, but
AKA.
I don't see anybody else that was just like 100% ripped off. Hot Rod.
It looks like a Deuce Domino character.
Yeah.
But Hot Rod makes me think of Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
King Koa, that's like all the famous Samoans jerked off in a bucket and grew a baby.
But there's like 100 characters here. Original artwork and everything.
Ooh, Mike Huntsman. He looks like he'd be doing like apartment house wrestling.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm kind of excited. This reminds me of like, what was that not Fire Pro Wrestling. What was the wrestling game we had that had Greater and it was Sega Wrestling. Oh, gosh, what was that freaking game called?
I have no idea.
It was on SNES and Sega back in the day. Saturday Night Slam Masters.
I remember that name.
You don't remember Saturday Night Slam Masters?
I probably will if I've seen the screenshots or something. Yeah, I remember that logo for sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, great game.
That's set up. It looks kind of like. Is that Hager from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the they had a guy named Greater. It was supposed to be like Vader.
Yeah.
That guy that looks like Big Van Vader.
Hager's from
Streets of Rage? Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, because it was Capcom that made this. But yeah, we used to play this all the time back in the day. Did I unlock a core memory in your mind?
Yeah, I remember playing
because they had flaming stuff.
I think Hager may be from something else.
Yeah, but it was a great game. But it reminds me, these fake characters remind me of that new game. You know what I mean? Like it reminds me of this game, and you play it like a tournament. But yeah. So I'm excited about that Ultra Pro Wrestling game.
Yeah, maybe it'll be cool.
I don't know how to get past this. All right, there we go. Skip. Here we go. Cody with a bucket on its head.
So if you look, person or a dog?
It's a dog.
Okay. How far out?
Right on the edge of the final right here.
Final Fight. Hager was from Final Fight.
Yeah, okay.
This far right here, the one closest to it?
But yeah, so they call in fire and rescue, and they're like, what is it out there? And they're like, it's a dog. And it looks like they've got it here.
And a life raft.
Yeah. They're like, it was very aggressive.
Making weird noises.
If you can keep control of his head, I'm going to grab him, okay?
Okay.
And then we're just going to
Out of the truck.
They're like wrapping it up like it ain't going to fuck them up when it gets that off of it.
Over here? Yeah.
Although, good for them. I mean, this is humanity at its finest right here.
Yeah.
Pulling the bucket off of... I want to see what their reaction is when they pull the bucket off.
Well, Coyote, he might be a little docile. You never know.
They pull the bucket off and then just shoot it because they're like, fuck. We just saved...
It's a varmint!
They think it's a dog.
We're taking him in the...
Whatever is easier, I can do the catheter with that.
He just fucking bites one now. You got rabies.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta get some showers.
The guy comes in, it's like, y'all need to quit saving that code. They're overpopulated, damn it.
Did you go to vet school?
I wonder if they still think it's a dog.
I mean...
They're working on it, like trying to save its life. Oh, is that a coffin?
It's a cage. They're taking it to the goddamn animal shelter. The Humane Society.
Yeah. He's aggressive as fuck to the other animals.
Poor
well, that's
little
nice.
thing.
That's nice that they did that, you know. And they shot it in the head. Because coyotes are overpopulated in this area.
Yeah, like literally, you can kill
we
as many
talked
as you
about
want.
We talked about it. Remember, you can do whatever the fuck you want to a coyote.
We need to start a fur business, a fur trader.
Coyote
business.
fur.
Make some coats and shit, man. There's money in it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about slaughtering coyotes?
How do you feel about slaughtering an unholy coyote?
Well, okay, any man can shoot a coyote. Let me ask you the real quick. How do you feel about skinning a coyote? That's the big question.
What's your thoughts on this?
Yay
or nay?
That's going to make or break if we have a business or not.
I'm going to tell you right now, Josh, nothing in this past 10 years has made me harder than the thought of skinning a coyote.
Well, the sky's the limit, Richard Lee. Sky's the limit.
You're going to have to deal with a lot of me being boner up. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm going to skin this one alone, Chief.
Oh, man.
Love it.
What's this story? You brought this one to the show. Yeah.
I figured it'd be something you would bring. Did I bring it really?
Yeah, you brought this. I've never seen this before, Josh.
And what's scary is it's from February 1st. What was I doing February 1st?
Was I drinking again?
Oh, my. A Florida mom was barred from dropping off her kids at a private Christian school over a decal on her vehicle promoting OnlyFans. Or her OnlyFans page.
Jesus hung out with whores.
Well, yeah.
This is Florida.
Right. Which is kind of weird, but I think they just got mad because you'll read in the article. I mean, it's a very big,
Let's read
it's a
the
very
article.
big logo. It's got her on it.
Yeah, it says
and all that.
onlyfans.com/Piper Fawn. FAWN if you're looking that up, you perverts.
So
her license plate number is 0916YE from Florida.
And she's got shitty racing stripes on a Durango. How weird. None of those are set up to race.
Why did they not block out her license plate number?
They want this bitch to be shamed for real. Anyhow, an image of Michelle Klein and the decal on the back of her SUV.
Yep.
So her name's Michelle Klein. Her working name, her working gimmick's Piper Fawn.
Well, that's outed now.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you put that on your personal vehicle,
right.
It'd be like Superman wearing a name tag that said, "Hi, I'm Superman," but he's Clark Kent.
Clark Kent still with the glasses on,
Yeah.
wearing a Superman shirt.
Right. I really like him. Well, you look a lot like him now that I see you in the shirt.
A Florida mom has been barred from dropping off her kids at a private Christian prep school at their private Christian's prep school parking lot over a decal promoting her adult content on OnlyFans.
In Oregon?
No, Oregon reported it.
Oh, okay. I was like,
this shit's national.
She drove by 17,000 people like hyped up on fentanyl to drop those kids off. And it's the OnlyFans that's the problem? All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Michelle Klein, who goes by Piper Fawn on OnlyFans, told Business Insider she has a large decal promoting her page on the rear windshield of her windshield of her SUV, and also on the back of her husband's car. She getting that money.
Yeah.
Fred,
Could
you're
you
putting
imagine
this shit on your car too.
Can you imagine pulling up to your construction job like, "Hey, Fred, we jerked off to you watch titties last night. Thanks for promoting."
Yeah, appreciate the money, guys.
Thanks, guys.
You guys are the marks. You're paying for it.
Yeah, I really got my phone all messy.
I'm going to tell you something, Randy. You can joke all you want, but you're the reason I'm wearing Tommy Hilfiger pants. Okay?
So who's the real Mark?
Keep it coming, baby.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. She said that the permanent decals. Wait. When she's
permanent decals.
Yeah, she's
they etch them into the glass.
She's saying this though in a way like when she pulled up there the second day after they noticed it. They're like, pull that shit off. You're not, I can't just pull these off.
They're permanent. They're etched into the window.
Well,
whoever buys this car is going to have this on their glass.
No, I mean, come on, dude. She'd have to get out there with a fucking razor and shit and scrape them off. Fuck that. Like, but I feel like that's what happens when they said the permanent decals had been on the vehicles for about 2 years. Damn.
Oh.
However,
Old hat at this point.
yeah, Piper Fawn. I jerked off to her last year.
Yeah.
What the hell? However, Klein told Business Insider.
Okay. From
She told Bye.
you're like, let's check it out. Let's see
Yeah,
what's
she's
going on.
probably Bye. Yeah. It was only within the past 3 weeks that concerned parents at Liberty Christian Preparatory School in the say that for me. Tavares voiced that they did not want their children to see the imagery.
Do they have the internet?
Lexi Thomas. She sounds like she's got an OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
That sounds like a stripper name, dude. Lexi Thomas to the stage. A parent at the school told Fox 12 Oregon
This
that
is Oregon.
the decal was a distraction for her children. She said, no matter how poorly or how good a parent I am, porn is there. And that's kind of the first thing they're seeing when they're going into a place that they should be educating them.
Well, it's not like the school's advertising it.
She's mad that potentially these kids are going to see this
advertisement
and then go
to it
and be like, oh, I got to pay $12.
Well, did they pass by any signs that promote alcohol too?
Probably.
Or trailers? He's going to buy a mobile home and alcohol. And we're going to come home one day and there's going to be a tin roof on our house because those signs are the devil.
After several, I cannot say that word. I just noticed that.
Unique
several,
New York. Several.
After several, there we go. I found it.
Aluminium.
The rapists. Therapists. After several parents complained, Klein said the principal told her she'd have to park off campus or across campus. She'd have to park off campus or across the street. Consequently, her children must now cross the busy road to school. So they're going to need to budget in a crossing guard for Miss Klein's kids.
As this, like, how old are her kids is one thing. Do they know what this is promoting?
I don't know, dude.
Because even though
it's on the back of both mom and dad's vehicle.
Yeah, because even though it's like, hey, Fred, we jerked off to your wife. Can you imagine if they're a little dorky and it's like, hey, tell your mom I'll be around about 6, you know? How many mama jokes they hearing?
Oh, God. I bet it's brutal.
Right.
I don't know, though, dude. She's fucking smoking hot. So maybe not too many jokes. Just, hey, I jerked off to your mom.
Right, but I'm saying
not a joke. That's not a joke. I really did.
But I mean, how much hazing are they getting? You know what I mean? Like,
man, your mom's got probably the best tits I've seen ever. What do you think about your mom's tits?
Yeah.
Like, they probably get that. How do you feel about your mom's tits?
It's like, I don't want to talk about them.
Klein said that she can understand why displaying the decal is ruffling feathers, but she said she feels as though parents are projecting their own prejudices onto the kids who are seemingly not bothered by it.
Yeah.
2 of her 3 children who attend the school don't think that it's a big deal.
One of them has a really huge problem with it, though.
Now, one of them's so young that they don't know anything.
2 out of the 3 children. You know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Meatloaf taught us that.
He did teach us that.
So one of my children is just a bitch.
One of my kids can shut the fuck up. That's what they can do. No, I'm going to get this money.
I think they meant like 2 out of the 3 children she has
that
attends
goes
the school. But it's the way it reads. It's like 2 out of 3 children don't think it's a big deal. But that one son of a bitch, he's really holding out.
Other kids at the school could just easily find her vehicle and the SUV in the Walmart parking lot too.
That's true.
Klein said, I'm not showing any explicit wording or anything that's inappropriate. It's just simply a website.
Yep.
I can see that, but you know, it's that kind of unsaid shit, man.
Yeah.
It's that those social
butterflies.
No, it's just you know, those social structures that people like usually don't break.
It'd be like if you had an orange and white sign, you know, like Pornhub does, and it just said something like P3 Radio Hub. People would still, it's the imagery, you know?
Yeah.
It's like golden arches.
Klein told Business Insider that although other parents have suggested the situation could be resolved by simply removing the decal, she intends to stand her ground. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna have in my
Yeah, I was gonna
goddamn
say.
car.
Seems like you should know that more than anybody.
Yeah, I'm not. No, you're not gonna tell me shit. I'm not going to back down just because somebody complained because they're offended, Klein said.
Yeah.
The OnlyFans gig is ultimately her business, she said. And while it may be offensive to some, she told Business Insider, it's certainly not illegal.
Unless you're underage.
Oh, yeah. But with her ass, it's not illegal at all.
No.
Speaking to Fox 12 Oregon, Klein said, it's legal, you know. I pay taxes just like everyone else. But I'm not breaking the law. I just offend people. She paying taxes on that pussy, Richard Lee. Taxes on that pussy. Well, Klein's main concern, however, is now her children's safety. She told Business Insider she wants the school to at least provide someone to help her kids cross the street safely or install a crosswalk. I was joking about that, dude. I hadn't read that.
They're going to have to install a crosswalk because of OnlyFans.
Or have somebody provide help. I
Yeah.
told you that was just a joke. I hadn't read this. Yeah, they're going to have to budget in a crossing guard.
What if it was? What if she paid for the crosswalk and it was sponsored by OnlyFans?
And they're wearing a jacket that says sponsored by OnlyFans at Piper Phone or whatever. What you go do? Fire the cross guards? Liberty Christian Preparatory School did not immediately respond to Business Insider's request for comment. I bet they didn't, because I mean, come on, that's just, I don't know. I could see like being offended, and like I'd be worried, like my 14-year-old boy may be trying to look that up, but at the same time, it's OnlyFans. So unless you've got one of the, how there's some whores that are they're whores, they're free OnlyFans.
And what do you not do with whores?
You do not feed the whores drugs.
That's a sign.
But like there's some people that have free OnlyFans. I understand, but she's probably charging for this shit.
Probably.
So you've got a blockade when you try to go to that link. It's
Right.
like, hey, you're not going to get anywhere. All you're going to see is Mrs. Michelle in a bra or whatever.
Right.
You got to go to that OnlyFans.com /Piperfawn.
There you go.
Well, we got to look and see how her. Oh man, she is smoking. Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, they can go to her Twitter and see a lot more. Wait, go back up. She was. Yeah. Yeah. That.
Didn't that one girl get arrested for doing that on the beach?
Oh man, what's going on here?
Who said that? Who saw?
Wow. And read the caption that she put here. Read it, Richard.
No,
read it.
Nah.
I like to squirt anywhere I go. Beach life. Hashtag beach life.
Oh, man.
Wow. Look at there. You don't
beach
even have to do the OnlyFans to see the goods. She got some nice titties.
And this is from December.
Wow. December 2022.
Yeah. So I wanted to say she's just trying to jump on the same, bandwagon as the teacher did.
Yeah.
But no, she was like the OG apparently.
Yeah. She's not a teacher though. She's just a mom trying to pay the bills and squirt on a beach or two.
I mean,
here's her link right here.
It looks a little weathered though, right?
Oh, I'd wear it out, son. All right, there's an ass in the profile picture. Okay, but you got to subscribe. It's $134 a year to see this bitch squirt on a beach.
Or a Google search. You can break it up with a friend, You gonna have she's on that?
No, I done seen her Twitter.
That's like $68 a year for both of us. See a hooch. One hooch. Just one.
If she had more on there.
At least the teacher that was on there was providing content like, hey, I met some friends. She's just like, this is it. Same one every time.
Well, for right now. Eventually, you'll see.
Well, you got to add variety, man. You can't just have the same woman trying to sell the
Well, right, but
you know what I mean?
You
You're
gotta
gonna have
have,
to spice
like-
it up a little bit.
All right, this is me and Kevin on a beach now. This is just me.
Toys and two I'll just watch.
Well, I mean, either you're gonna add somebody or you're gonna start shoving random shit in there. Your choice. You know, that's a crossroad
You
everybody's
sound
got to
like-
go through.
You sound like either the sleazy producer or Vince McMahon.
Either or. I was going more for the sleazy producer, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
It is the truth. Unless you plan on at a black guy,
You got to
add
step
a black
it up.
guy.
Yeah, you got to
Get two more women.
Yeah.
You got to get a
You
short
gotta add
American.
some spice of life to it.
Get a short American. Something. But if you ain't planning on adding another body to
In
that
2
equation,
years.
you ain't gonna sell very much unless, like I said, you're
Yeah.
sitting on a road cone or something.
Yeah.
You know, shoving a bowling pin up in there. You're gonna have to do something. It ain't just gonna be you and Frank fucking bumping uglies, paying them bills for years and years and years.
Well, we ain't
Tell them how we
shoving-
can pay bills for years and years and years
We're
if
gonna
they
buy-
just do something.
Buy a shirt from us at tinyurl.com/P3Radio Tees and Josh. If they go over to that site right now, what are they going to find?
They're gonna find all kind of T-shirt deals, Richard. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Whenever I said that,
I did.
well, T-shirts. I can't do it now.
Deal.
On command.
T-shirt deal.
Oh man, we got that ECW like T-shirt, that Freddy's Front Yard Slaughterhouse T-shirt, Ray J Soda Can T-shirt, and we got so many more T-shirts. Richard Lee, tinyurl.com/P3Radio Tees. That's Tees, bitch. That's your T-shirt.
tinyurl.com/P3Radio Tees, the home of P3 Radio merchandise.
Got some new Sawyer Brown, Richard Lee. What the fuck's going on with them now?
I didn't know Sawyer Brown was still a thing.
They're all wearing weird jackets.
She's so mean, and I don't care.
Wow, wow, there.
Under this old hat. That's what this is called. Well, how would you describe that jacket he's wearing?
Well, it's like a shirt, but it's 18 different colors.
Yep.
And then got splatter paint on top of it.
It's very 90s, early 90s.
It's like something Jimmy Hart would wear.
This
Let me
looks
tell you
like
something, baby.
this looks like a country version of like those old Apple commercials.
Yeah. It really does, dude. I'm sorry, man, but Sawyer Brown only has a few different songs that kind of are different.
Yeah.
But most of it's got that up-tempo, this type of shit, man. Gypsies on Parade's different. They got a few other ones that are different too, but you know. He's got a Captain Crunch jacket.
Yeah.
Or fucking Napoleon Revolution jacket.
That whole outfit looks weird.
It's like something that a manager from
No,
early 90s
no.
Memphis would wear.
It's no. That outfit says gay Aunt P teacher. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like pants and a shirt. But it definitely looks
It's
like
like-
something that was on Wild and Crazy Kids.
Instead
back in
of,
the day.
because the splatter paint reminds me, it's not the Nasty Boys like that outfit.
No,
would be
no.
the Nasty Grandpas.
Yeah. This one's got a lot of pink in it. Kind of looks like a windbreaker almost.
But it's not.
That was some Sawyer Brown for you, Josh. That's
Current.
called Under This Old Hat. Yeah, that came out 2 days ago, apparently. That was just by accident that we found that because we were like we were starting the old show.
Well, Sawyer Brown's big upcoming shows, buddy. July 11th in Anderson, Indiana.
I wonder what tickets prices for that are going by. How much you think? How much you think tickets are front row?
Oh, front row
At
the
Anderson, Indiana
Paramount
Theater.
It's going to
See
be
Sawyer Brown.
about
I'm gonna say 130.
70 bucks.
Really? You know,
Maybe 75, something like that. So there's not front row. So
There is. There's front row.
handicaps, and then you can't go by the resale ticket prices though. What does a handicap seat go for? $158.
Yeah.
That's 2 tickets though, Richard Lee. $79.
Yep. $79 to see Sawyer Brown up
I was
front.
pretty close.
And there are seats available. The resale on them is like 3 times as high.
Yeah.
Oh,
bullshit.
Jesus.
What does
is
a regular seat
like
in the middle go for?
Like in the balcony?
Oh, just there.
Right here in the center?
Regular seat in the middle.
Not the resale. $128
for 2.
That's like the further. You got to pay more.
You got to get 2. You can't just buy one. That's how they're selling tickets.
One middle row seat, $49.
Huh. Well, I mean, if everybody pays $49, Richard Lee, they'll be rich before you know it.
Why do they don't have some of these seats aren't even available?
Because they're sold.
There's a lot of seats available. It is July. I can't really.
Yeah. I'm surprised that many has sold just right now, you know?
Yeah.
What was that balcony looking like?
Balcony center.
Oh, some of them's gone, buddy.
4 seats.
4
$39.
People, 4 people don't lock their shit in, son. Well, right in the middle, though.
Yeah.
That's boxing yourself in.
That's radio station right there, though.
No,
front row of a balcony?
I got to get me a side seat.
No, front row of a balcony, you are pretty much. You have that front area.
Well, yeah, but then you get fuckers walking in front of you to go row to row. I got to be on the outside of the aisle.
Yeah.
I'm buying tickets 100% of the time outside of the aisle. And if I can't get on the outside of the aisle, I'll go to another fucking section where I can. You know what I mean?
What is this right here? You brought this to the show.
Dying thief who stole Wizard of Oz ruby slippers from the Judy Garland Museum gets no prison time.
How dare he?
Well, goddamn, Richard, you just can't excuse this behavior.
Mm-hmm.
A dying thief who confessed to stealing the ruby slippers that Judy Garland wore in The Wizard of Oz received no prison time when he was sentenced Monday. 76-year-old Terry John Martin. That just sounds like a made-up dude, man. That's old Terry John.
Terry John.
John with no H. He stole the slippers in 2005. Well, damn, he's 76 years old. Now, he stole them in 2005. He's still like an old-ass man.
He was 56 then.
Too damn old to be doing that kind of shit.
I mean, that sounds like a guy, I was on an air conditioning job.
And I just seen them sparkling.
Yeah.
And they were just right there,
yeah.
You know. But anyways, he stole them in 2005 from the Judy Garland Museum in the late actor's hometown of Grand Rapids, Minnesota. So Martin's attorney says he had gone straight, but he wanted to pull off one last score. The attorney says Martin gave into the temptation after an old associate with connections to the mob persuaded him that the famous shoes were adorned with real rubies. Now, come on.
Yeah.
That I could see that argument though, because like they put asbestos in every goddamn thing back in the day. So maybe ruby prices were not as
Did you say asbestos?
Asbestos.
Isn't it not asbestos?
Asbestos. We've had this talk before. It's the same shit. But yeah, I could believe that ruby prices weren't that big in the 30s or whatever, and they may have put some real rubies on that son of a bitch, Both sides recommended Martin be sentenced to time served because he is in hospice care.
Oh.
There they are. They look like glitter to me.
Yeah, those look like those.
Looks like Johnny B. Bad's jacket.
You remember a couple years ago they had those bedazzled shirts where you could rub them upwards and they'd have like a face and you rub them down there different?
Yep.
That's what these shoes were made out of.
I bet that was cutting edge shit in the 30s.
Yeah, maybe.
So, damn, it's another article already. I thought we done did this. Wow.
The FBI recovered the shoes in 2018 when someone else tried to claim a reward. Martin wasn't charged.
No, hold on now. You're skipping over a lot
You
of
said
shit.
we'd already done it, and I was just following up.
I mean, it was the same shit, and then it stopped right here. He gave in to temptation, blah, blah, blah. He gave in after the mob associate told him they were adorned by real jewels to justify their $1 million insured value. His attorney revealed in a memo to federal court ahead of the sentencing. Martin showed little emotion as the judge handed down the sentence and was unable to rise from the chair as the judge adjourned the hearing. The FBI recovered the shoes in 2018 when someone else tried to claim a reward. Hey, y'all missing these?
Give me them shoes.
Guess
Trying
what
to
I
get a
found?
reward.
Look what I found at Goodwill.
Trying to get a reward.
Martin wasn't charged with stealing them until last year. He pled guilty in October to theft of a major artwork, admitting to using a hammer to smash the glass. To smash the glass. He wasn't fucking quiet, was he?
No. I know a perfect way to get in there.
I'm going to say I was up on the air unit working on it, right? Oh, man, dropped a hammer. So, anyways, and to smash the glass of the museum door and the display case to take the slippers. But his motivation remained mostly a mystery until defense attorney Dane DeCray, he sounds like a fucking villain, doesn't he? Like a Spider-Man villain or something, revealed it this month. Martin, who lives near Grand Rapids, said that at the October hearing that he hoped to remove what he thought were the real rubies from the shoes and sell them. You were going to fucking mess up history.
Yeah.
Like Judy Garland's shoes, if they were real. But a person who deals in the stolen goods, known as a fence, informed him the rubies were sequins and glass beads, Martin said. So he got rid of the slippers. DeCray said...
Where did he get rid of them? He just threw
in
them
the trash.
Yeah, just threw them in a
I
bag.
donated them to a Goodwill in Grand Rapids. DeCray wrote in his memo that Martin's unidentified former associate with the mob ties persuaded him to steal the slippers as one last score, even though Martin had seemed to have finally put his demons to rest. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Demons made me steal them. After finishing his last prison term nearly 10 years before. At first, Terry declined the invitation to participate in the heist. But old habits die hard, and the thought of a final score kept him up at night, DeCree wrote. After much contemplation, Terry had a criminal relapse and decided to participate in the theft. But both sides recommended that Chief U.S. District Court Judge Patrick Schultz sentence Martin to time served. That's a beer, isn't it? Schultz. Martin to time served because...
The things you squirrel on.
It's funny to me because he is housebound in hospice care and is expected to die within 6 months. So, I mean, could he not just be sitting in prison dying? Or what am I missing here? Could
his body is his own prison right now.
Could the hospice care people not report to the prison instead of reporting to his house? Whatever. He requires constant oxygen therapy for chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder and was in a wheelchair when he pleaded guilty. So when they said all rise, wasn't all of them.
Yeah.
Federal sentencing guidelines would have to normally recommend a sentence of about 4.5 to 6 years. Another prosecution filing said both sides agreed that he should be ordered to pay $23,500 in restitution to the museum, even though he apparently does not have any money. Right. According to DeCree, Martin had no idea about the cultural significance of the ruby slippers and had never seen The Wizard of Oz. Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That guy's a piece of shit. How are you going to say you had never seen The Wizard of Oz? That's like saying I ain't never seen The Sky.
Yeah.
You know,
you've seen some parts of it. Enough to know.
Yeah. You know, everybody, Yellow Brick Road, all that, everybody knows that shit. Instead, DeCree said that old Terry, with a lifelong history involving burglary and receiving stolen property, beat out the new Terry, who had become a contributing member of society after his 1996 release from prison. After the fence told Martin that the rubies were fake, DeCree wrote, he gave the slippers to his old associate and told him he never wanted to see him again. The attorney said Martin never heard of the man again. Martin had refused to identify anyone else who was involved in the theft, and nobody has ever been charged in the case. So, like, he's going to take this shit to his grave. Like,
yeah.
He's done.
3 or 4 weeks.
You know. The FBI never disclosed exactly how it tracked slippers down. The Bureau said a man approached the insurer in 2017 and claimed he could help recover them, but demanded more than $200,000 that was being rewarded at the time. The slippers were recovered during an FBI sting in Minneapolis the next year. So, obviously, somebody was sitting on these and just waiting for a time to slip on
just
in
wearing
there.
them around their house.
It's been 12 years.
Like house shoes.
You know, federal prosecutors have put the slippers' market value at about $3.5 million.
Jeez.
I bet you old Terry wouldn't have threw them motherfuckers out if he'd have known about that. But maybe he's never heard of the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
Maybe he's not bullshitting, because even if I found out they were fake, I'd be like, you know, I'll maybe hold on to these. My daughter might sell them one day or something, you know. But, yeah, that's old Terry versus new Terry.
He got Hollywood memorabilia collector Michael Shaw had loaned one pair to the museum before Martin stole them. The other 3 are held by the Academy of Motion Pictures. So there's only 4 of them in the world.
Yeah.
Founding director, the slippers were returned to the collector and are being held for safekeeping by an auction house that plans to sell them after a promotional tour. He said he doubts they will ever come back to Grand Rapids.
Well, I'd say not. Motherfuckers breaking in and shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Don't even know what the Wizard of Oz is. The Judy Garland Museum, located in the house where she lives, says it has the world's largest collection of Garland and the Wizard of Oz memorabilia. Bobby dog. Well, if you're a fan of Wizard of Oz, you know where to hone in on the targets. The Judy Garland house.
That story felt long.
It was a long read, wasn't it?
It was.
Do you think final
felt
thought?
long.
Final thought.
I was wishing I had some ruby slippers to go back home towards the end of that.
Yeah. No jokes or anything.
No, I
you
was just like,
you
I
just
was
reading.
I was like, wow, it's pretty fucked up. Dead man stole something.
Walking dead man.
Yep.
literally.
Well, not walking, rolling.
Rolling, yeah. He can't walk. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I think we've done it, Josh.
We've done something.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks live.
But listen, next week, there'll still be a show.
Yeah, there will be. It'll be live next week.
We'll be recording to tape. As you hear it, that's what's happening.
Well, if they want to follow us on the Twitters and stuff.
The Twitter, I don't know what you're talking about.
How they do that?
What's that? On X, however, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, put in that search bar, Pop Poncho, Poncho. You'll see our photograph, and you want to get with us the old school way. 731-300-6675, bitch.
Well, that's going to do it for us. For Josh Brawley, this is Rich Mulligan saying thanks for listening, and good night.